March 29th. Been busy this morning. Transplanted a bunch of stuff out of water and into red cups. Didn't have a bunch of the others, so just take the solo cups, drill some holes in the bottom, and I got everything that was in water transplanted. Some of them didn't root, so I grabbed what was left before I chopped everything down. I left the red pear up, although it's got tomatoes, there'd be no good to eat, but I left that up even though I have seeds. I bought seeds from migardener.com. That's where I've been buying all my seeds. This is the indigo. These are the medium plum size. They are a blue-purple, and then they turn into like a red, almost like a plum. I mean, you can kind of see this one, but it's not good to eat, but you can see what color it turns. And it gets a pretty good shade of red. But anyways, just waiting for the cuttings to root before I chop it down, because I don't want to go to the store and go buy one. So took everything out that was over here. I need to get a pressure washer. I need to hose all this algae off, but I don't feel like getting a deck brush and scrubbing this whole place top to bottom. So I left an early doll tomato. That's a determinate one, about 4 feet. I got a bunch that rooted, and are growing, and I do have some seeds. The seeds were fairly expensive. I had to get them off of Amazon. Nobody else had them, so there's only like 10 or 15 seeds, and it was like $5. It was ridiculous, but I bought enough to plant more plants, and then if I can just keep cloning them off of this plant, then it'll be good. Actually, there was a whole boatload of plants, but I cut them all out. This chocolate sprinkle, also waiting for the cuttings to root. They didn't do really well. I took out one of the grape tomatoes, and I think I'm just going to clean this one up and see what happens. Lots of blossoms, like I talked about the other day. I'll let this one sit and see how long it'll go before I dump it off. If it could get warmer, and you know, for the next month, I could hand pollinate all of these, and I'd have a crap ton of grape tomatoes. That would be wonderful. Throughout most of what was in here, so basically I've got cucumbers, a couple tomato plants, and 2 pepper plants. Pepper plants in the middle are not doing real well. These cucumbers need to be transplanted. I haven't figured out if I'm going to put them in hydroponics or in dirt. And the tomato plants need to get a little bit bigger, or I need to find something shallower to get them in a bigger, wider piece of dirt until they get a little taller. And this is what's left of the big beef tomato. The cuttings didn't go real well, so I grabbed what was left and got them in water over here. And this is the Midnight Snack. That's the smaller purple-ish tomato. They didn't root well either. Not too worried, but I cut what was left and just kind of let it do its thing and see what happens until one of these root. Some of these, because of the cold weather, look a little, I don't know, a little crappy, but they should perk right up. That's the zucchini out of the other clear tray. I transplanted that. It started to get a little yellow. Hopefully get it in there, and in a couple of days or a week it'll perk right up. All these should perk up. And then I moved all the trays up here, got them off the ground instead of, if it's cooler, at least it's not directly on the ground. But there was something that actually dug into, this was a bean plant. There's some critter that's in here, or sneaks in here. So I had to put the bean back in there. It was like half split. It's only been in there a couple of days, so it's not like a big deal. Other than that, that's it for the greenhouse. It's been raining, and it was just warm enough. It kind of just got a little overcast now. It was pretty decent the last hour or so, but that's as far as I got this morning in the greenhouse. I mean, I basically got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plants kind of living. I mean, that big beef, there's not much left there, but I mean, it's still starting to sprout. And then here's all the buckets. I haven't done anything with those. I just took I took the little downspout out, and I've got to either put plastic around them. I have to take all that stuff out, wash them out with soap and water, see which ones are broke or not. I have some replacements in the garage, and that's about it. Outside stuff, really cool. So these are 2 weeks old. So these are the German giant radishes. The green onions, nothing sprouting yet. Spinach is starting to grow a little bit. These were those cherry radishes. Nothing going on underneath yet, but they're pretty healthy. Trying to just hit some highlights. Bok choy is growing well. Strawberries are not doing a darn thing. There's a couple little berries off of that one there, but nothing else. These are the other radishes. These are the watermelon radishes. And these are the French breakfast radish. They're kind of long, oval looking. Nothing in the butter lettuce. Oh no, I see some little tiny green leaves. And I see a tiny green leaf or two in the romaine. Zucchini's doing all right. I'm hoping to start seeing some sprouts going on here, but nothing yet. Hopefully a couple weeks. Green beans, anything? I don't see anything poking up quite yet. Probably another week. Potatoes, I gotta get more dirt in. That one's starting to get a little taller. At least I can fill that dirt up another 6-8 inches. And this one I can top off and get it up to the rim. I was just giving it a chance to deal with the shock, and I trimmed some of the cauliflower. No cauliflower is hiding in there yet. But another couple of weeks we should start seeing some cauliflower in there. So that's all I got going on for this week.